After last week's lackluster week, there are a lot of great comics coming out for July 7th, 2020. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you my top 10 most anticipated comic books. This is for July 7th, 2020. And guys, it's never too early to start that pull list for next week. And fans, if you want to become a member of my YouTube channel, guys, it's real simple. Just go to my homepage and just hit that join button, and it supports the channel, takes it a long way, and it gives you extra perks in the process. All right, so let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get started with this week's hot seat. That's right, fans. The hot seat comic is the book that is possibly on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to buy it by the time that week comes, or I could possibly drop it. And the book that's on the hot seat this week winds up going to Fantastic Four Empire. This is the issue 0 book. This was the Avengers issue was borefest for me. I was like, oh my God. The exposition was like, oh my God. I didn't care about the swordsman. I don't care if he's like a plant guy. I don't care if he had sex with Manta and he had some kid. Like, who cares? Like, what is it about these plants? Like, I don't care. Like, but I'm going to give Fantastic Four a try. And I'm going to give, issue 1 a try, because it's like, I think I need to give it an honest try to see if I will like it. But it's definitely all around Empire is a really touch and go thing for me. It's like I want to read it because I need to know what's going on in the Marvel Universe, since it's taking place throughout the entire Marvel Universe. So we'll see what happens with Fantastic Four and the whole thing with Empire. This book is 36 pages and it's $5. Next, coming in at number 10, this goes to Justice League issue 48. Now, you might be thinking, Mike, Spider Slayer, why is this book number 10 on your list? You've been saying it's been good. Well, think about it. Out of all the books that are coming out this particular week, number 10 is actually not bad. However, we're getting our new writer on this book now, okay? And shoot, I forgot to write it down, and I forgot who it is. Spurrier, I think it is. And so Simon Spurrier, there we go. Simon Spurrier is the writer of this book. This is a 3-part tale. It's called The Rule of War, and it's kind of like a Close Encounters type of book. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. They get a distress signal in space. So when is the Justice League like not in space besides Robert Vendetti's run, right? I don't know. But we'll see how this goes up until issue 50. Then we get the celebratory issue, and then we get where it ties into metal and things like that. So we'll see how Justice League issue 48 pans out. All right, next, moving on to number 9. This one goes to Batman The Adventures Continues issue 2. Now, I was not the hugest fan of issue 1. I thought the artwork tried to be like Batman the Animated Series, but I thought it was just like too overly simplistic. I think if it wanted to hit that mark, I felt like that the colors needed to be toned down a bit. I felt like there needed to be a little bit more detail in it. I wasn't fond of the whole Superman being this inside this robot and Lex Luthor was in there. But the end got good because we had, I think Jason Todd made his appearance at the end of it. And then in this particular issue, we get Slade Wilson, who comes to Gotham City. So I think that's going to, amp up the story a little bit more and find this more attracting to a reader because, Slade Wilson is a badass villain. So why not, pick this up for him alone to be in it? This book is 32 pages. It's $4. All right, next, coming in at number 8, this goes to Stealth issue 3. Now, issue 2 was really well done as we get to see the origin of Stealth, what this suit is, how it attached to its host, and I thought it was awesome when we got introduced to the villain of this series. His name is Dead Hand. So, and what this book kind of reminds me of, just a tad, it's got like an Invincible feel to it for me, maybe because of the way the artwork is, especially on the cover here, as you can see Dead Hand on there. But Dead Hand goes viral. He's an old school villain that takes vendetta against Stealth to the streets to call out his rival, and everyone in Detroit must choose his side. So we'll get to see stuff amp up in this particular issue. This book is only 6 issues, so maybe if this series does do well, maybe we'll get a volume 2 or maybe possibly an ongoing series, as we might see the character that's Stealth, maybe his son dons the suit in the future, and maybe that's how we get a volume 2 if there is one. All right, next, moving on to number 7. And number 7 is a book we haven't seen in a long time, webheads. This is X-Force issue 10, done by Benjamin Percy. He's doing some great stuff over at AWA Studios or Upshot. You guys might want to check out that stuff over there. But this is titled The Deadly Garden. Everyone's into this freaking garden shit. What the heck, man? So, as one of the team members struggle with the secrets unraveling, the rest of the X-Force have to fight to stay alive long enough to salvage their mission. 28 pages, $4. I don't even remember what's happened in X-Force because it's been that long since this title has come out. The last time I remember was like, I think Domino and Colossus got into this, they like died, and maybe Domino came back to life, and I don't even remember what happened. I don't remember what happened in the last issue. Like, it's been that long, but I know I've always liked X-Force. It's always been a great book. I think Benjamin Percy has done a wonderful job with it. The artwork's been pretty solid too. So I definitely still recommend this if you're still reading some of the X books. All right, next, moving on to number 6, Webheads. This is a good image book, and I was really surprised by issue 1. Only because I wasn't going to pick it up at first, but then a couple of you recommended it to me. Then my friends recommended it to me, and they said the artwork was really good on it by Dotson. So this one is done by Adventure Man issue 2. And this one was really cool because the first issue opened up as these like pulp-like heroes, right? Stuff that took place years and years ago. And you kind of thought, oh, well, I gotta get to know all these characters right from the get-go. Like, they introduced to you like 10 different characters. But then halfway through the book, you found out that the mom was reading a story to her kid, and it was called Adventure Man. You're like, oh, wow. And the main character is this female. I think her name is Daisy. And she is not completely deaf, but she is hard of hearing. But when she has her hearing aids in, she can hear things. Or I'm sorry, maybe it's Claire. Maybe her name is Claire. I'm sorry, Claire Connell is her name. And she got visited from these creatures at her bookstore, and she's kind of like, what's going on? And she found this old book that was given to her, or whatever it is. I don't know. It's definitely a fantasy type of book. You definitely gotta check it out. The first issue was really long, but it was really entertaining. The artwork was gorgeous, and it looks like her and her son are about to go on this adventure, and we're gonna eventually run into Adventure Man. And I thought that was really cool. So 40 pages, $4. So it's another oversized book for a reasonable price. All right, next, coming in at number 5. Holy cow, guys, where has this book been? This is Strange Academy. This is issue 2. We had issue 1 come out it seems like a year ago. We got introduced to all the kids. They go to Doctor Strange's academy, because we're getting a little bit more sorcerers, I think, out there in the Marvel Universe, and they have to learn to control their powers. It's almost like an X-Men book, right? And so they come across a whole bunch of professors. They came and got upon Stephen Strange at the end of the last issue, and he's kind of like, you learn to you use your magic or die, but it was real comical trying to have all these characters get along with each other. I thought the artwork was really done well with Roberto Ramos. I thought he's a great fit here, and Scotty Young is the writer of this book, and I think it's awesome. And the description here is here's the class schedule, right? 8:15 to 9:15, history of magical objects with the ancient one. 9:25 to 10:25, elements of chaos magic with the Scarlet Witch. 10:35 to 11:35, gym with Coach Taylor. 11:40 to 12:10, lunch cooked by the mindful one. And then 1220 to 120, Introduction to the Undead with Brother Voodoo. So there is your class schedule. I think this book is going to be a lot of fun. And there's more, but I'm not going to go into it. So there's 28 pages, $4. I think this book is awesome. All right, next. Now, I mentioned this book once before, okay? But now that I think our shipping issues have been situated with DC and whatnot, this one goes to Detective Comics. This is issue 1023. This is a Joker War tie-in. So the Joker War is getting ready to get kicked off here. And I'm excited about this. And we got Peter J. Tomasi, who's on the title. So, again, when it comes to Batman in particular, the main story, I think it's great. I think the Joker War, might be maybe the event of this summer. I mean, I know we got Marvel with their Empire. We got the Ten of Swords or whatever that is from the X-Men, which could be really good, but I think there might be too many of them. And then we have 3 Jokers. We got Metal that just got kicked off. But this Joker War, I think this has potential. And with Tinian kind of launching everything and getting new characters and really just establishing that Bat audience again, I think people are excited about this, and I am too. So this book is $4, and it's 32 pages. All right, next. We go on to number 3. Number 3 is probably one of my independent comic books of the year. This one goes to Red Mother. This is issue 6. This one's done by Boom Studios. Daisy, this girl's name is Daisy. This girl has suffered through so much, the loss of her boyfriend. She lost her eye. She's trying to move on with her life. We don't know if she is experiencing PTSD from the situation and she's seeing things like this red mother or this creature, or if she's going psychotic, or if this is really a supernatural event that she's experiencing. So recently she just got a new job. She's got to travel, and it seems like things are going okay for Daisy, right? So we'll see what happens. This series is a slow burn series. There's not a lot that has happened so far through issues 1 through 5, but for some reason this book is a page turner and you just want to know and experience what happens with this chick. So great stuff here. $3.99. Pick it up if you haven't. The first trade is out, so you can catch up on it. All right, moving on to number 2. And I talked about this one once before, but I think this time it's finally coming out. I think the delay is over. This is Deceased, Dead Planet. This is issue 1. This is the highly anticipated sequel to Tom Taylor's Deceased. I thought that book was great. We got these heroes that suffered from this life equation, and then they wind up becoming these like techno-organic virus zombies, and they wind up destroying everything that was on Earth. The rest of the survivors, the rest of the heroes wind up having to go to a different Earth, and we get to see what happens with them. And we kind of got to see what happened with the villains when we get to see Deceased Unkillable. So we saw that happen too. And there's a Deceased digital series going on as well. So anything that Deceased I truly enjoy personally, I think you guys might get a kick out of it too, because again, Tom Taylor is one of those writers that really knows how to capture the character's emotion. He really knows how to flesh out a character. For example, if you read his Injustice, or if you read his current story, Suicide Squad, I think you'd be happy with that. And great book. I can't wait for this to come out, man. DC's Dead Planet, issue 1, coming out this week. 40 pages, $5. All right. And last but not least, Webheads. This goes to, come on, Batman issue 94. With a cliffhanger like that when it comes to obviously what happened with this designer, but with Harley Quinn, right? Come on. Punchline and Harley got into a fight, and I don't want to say it happened. I don't think it did, because DC's never going to do that. But holy shit, Punchline got the upper hand, and showed her who's boss right now. So now her and Harley are going to have this vendetta. But how did Harley Quinn survive when she got that throat slit just a bit? She's gurgling on her blood, and she got kicked into the freaking sewers. How did she survive? I don't know. We'll see. But man, oh man, I called this a while ago about could this be the end of Harley Quinn. And in fact, if you want to check out that video, I'm going to leave it right here for you right now. So guys, until next time, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell and leave me your top 10 in the comments below. So guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.